Well, hello. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. It's December 24th, Christmas Eve in Vancouver, 13:13 in the afternoon, just happens to be. I'm sitting in my new home office spot, mostly because it's, anyway, if I turn the phone around, flip the phone around, it's into the sun a little bit more, so I'm catching some sun. It's not so cold. I mean, there's a puddle, so it's above zero. I got my lunch beside me. And the bread is from the shelter where I stay, which is just up the street. I had an interesting morning, so I want to tell you about my morning. And first, I want to share a little bit of good news. So, I've had the runs for five days. Yesterday was the second time I could go pee. It's like the first time I really went pee in 6 days. Like pee. Oh my god, that was a relief. So this ring here, this is my wedding ring, and the ring seller insisted to make it on the left. With the middle finger. Anyway, left, right, I guess it doesn't matter. My right middle finger is a little bit bigger than my left, and in the cold weather, my fingers contract, so the ring slips off. So I thought I lost it in the garbage of wiping myself with toilet paper. Sorry, I didn't use any toilet paper. That would have been disastrous on my bum. I used paper towel, and I used a bottle of water, and I put it down by the base of my warm water, base of my back while I was sitting on the toilet, and I just, get your hand under there and start rubbing and you get all the poop off your butt, especially when it comes out like soup and water and just explodes. Like, clean yourself there in the bath, and then the water runs down your back, and then you just, if the faucet's beside you, then just have a couple paper towel ready to wipe yourself when you get up so that you're not dripping everywhere, and then wipe the seat and you're all good. So I had it down to just using 4 little pieces of paper towel and 2 more for the seat, and no toilet paper. So the runs didn't really bother me. It was just an inconvenience. But anyway, I found that I have this wicked bag. It's a testament to being wicked. So I had a very wicked Christmas because I happened to look into my wicked bag when it was empty, and I found my ring at the bottom of the bag. So it's a good Christmas, and the bag is wicked. So, bad joke. Got my laundry done. Had to take the bus. Don't have any way to pay for the bus, really. So, bus drivers aren't allowed to let us on, apparently. However, considering the number of people that are homeless and not paying, it's a lot. And then if you go to court and you're homeless, then the judge usually has mercy and lets it go. I was told. So there's and the transit people are really good. If you talk to the security people first, they'll often help you by giving you a transfer. So, I mean, we're in the same mess together. But the homelessness crisis, in a word, is entitlement. So, coming back, I like to smoke pot, and it's legal in Canada. But at the shelter, they ask that you don't have alcohol and pot outside. So, out of respect for them, I try to have a cigarette as I'm going in, just to show that I'm aware enough that I should keep the smell down and all that sort of stuff too. It's just a polite courtesy thing. I mean, there are people that are drunk all the time, and my first experience walking into a hot boxed bathroom was there, and then it happened twice in the same day, I think. There was somebody smoking crack in the bathroom, and then they leave the bathroom, and then I walk in because I have to go to the bathroom, runs or whatever else, and I'm breathing it all in, and I go, whoa. So, you deal with it. So, anyway, we're all in it together. Hey, I know this gentleman. He works at the shelter. He's a very quiet gentleman, super polite, super kind. All the people there are super polite, super kind. So I guess the city has gone down on the shelter where I stay because there's a big mess outside. And the city's saying it's the shelter's responsibility. Well, it's actually not the shelter's responsibility because it's the city's land, I think. But, point being made, the shelter staff are under pressure because of the entitlement aspect of the homeless people. For example, as I was coming back from doing my laundry, I stopped off at Main and East Hastings after I got a pack of smokes at around there. And then, so it'd be really, really nice if we cooperated and we like just let that ecosystem be the way it is. I mean, we're not becoming millionaires off it, we're helping each other. And the police bullies are coming in and they're just robbing people of smokes and whatnot else. Like, you can get cheap cigarettes down there. $35.40 a carton of 20 packs. So rather than go to the store and buy one pack for 20, people go there and buy a whole carton for 40 or 35. And then the police go and they rob the people of the cartons that they're selling. But they're not making any money. So anyway, sorry for the way I'm holding the phone. If you want a different angle, it's barbed wire and clouds. Clouds are way better. I don't mean for this to be drawn out. There was stuff I wanted to say. Oh, the entitlement aspect. So, 690 Main Street in Vancouver is the address of an Aboriginal place that helps people by providing some storage, free, also emergency weather response shelters, and also daytime beds. If you're stuck outside all night and you can't stand anymore, then you can go there and sleep for a few hours in the daytime. And they also give away free coffee. So most of the people, I looked up once and there was 15 people around me sleep on tables and beds. So they also do give out food outside sometimes as well. And this particular day there was a yellow truck that was painted nicely, and there was a woman inside. She was Chinese and spoke mostly Chinese. And she was giving away boxes of blueberries. I mean, not little boxes, big boxes of blueberries. And grapes. And then she had sauces there. A bunch of different flavored sauces that, a guy like me will just put a little bit of sauce, that kind of sauce, on a sandwich and just make a sandwich out of it. I ended up getting blueberry something. So it was basically jam with a twist. And man, not so sweet. So I'm excited to try this. But the guy ended up with grapes, blueberries, and a sauce that he took without even asking if he could take it. And then he's like, "You got a bag?" And I was like, "No." You give me all this stuff, you don't have a bag? I'm looking at him, I'm looking at the lady, I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, "No." The blueberries come in boxes, the grapes came in boxes, the sauce came in boxes. She literally has no bags back there. And then there's a big pile of boxes beside the guy. So she hands the guy a box through the window, even though he's standing beside a whole pile of boxes. Oh my god. And then he was pissed off because he had a box, not a bag. Like, if you're fucking homeless, will you just put a sock in your fucking ego and just deal with it? Holy. So the entitlement aspect is at the shelters that I'm staying at, is just, I am the king of my environment, so I can play commercials all I want in a public space, or I can be drunk and I can just smoke up in the shitter, or I can just have a beer outside in the line and throw it over the fence and wait till the city complains and threatens the shelter to close them down because the shelter staff aren't doing anything about me throwing the beer over the fence, which is actually not their responsibility, except now that if they see me drinking beer outside, they will tell me, "Get out of here. Can't sleep here tonight." Great. Super. Now, how about we add to that and we say, "You want to sleep here tonight? Show us. 5 minutes of KP duty. Go clean something for 5 minutes." And that'll start a habit of actually caring about where you're living. Like, just because we're homeless doesn't mean we don't have a home. Everybody's got a home. So, when I was on the bus, walked in after a homeless guy, and the drunk homeless guy, even better, sits at the front of the bus, and I walk right near the middle of the bus. It was a long bus. And the bus driver is just super, super kind and polite. And every time the bus goes, "Please hang on." And then he would say, "Thank you." It was really too much. Anyway, there was some people that were walking slower there in Chinatown, and they older people. And the bus driver was about to go, and then he realized that they couldn't make it to the door in time. So he held the door open for, it must have been 5 seconds. 5 seconds before they were at the threshold. Reopen the door, and then 5 seconds until they were at the threshold. And the belligerent idiot on the bus just starts going, "Why don't you just wait here forever and wait till the whole bus is loaded? I mean, you could just do that, and then you wouldn't have to go anywhere else." And he's just going on and on and on and on and on. Until I finally piped up from the back of the bus, "You belligerent asshole, shut the fuck up!" Like, I was behind him when he got on the bus, and he didn't pay. So what the fuck is he telling the bus driver to hurry up to get to his destination for? Entitlement. That is the homeless crisis. Like, Canadians feel entitled to get free money and a free place to stay. Like, of course, because God rules Canada, so give us everything free. You guys. And then the doctors aren't helping the situation because they're saying that anybody who actually cares is psychotic. And then they force medication down to you. And then you have to pay for the prescriptions when you get out of the hospital. And that winds up being up to a $2,000 per month bill, I hear from some people in Saskatchewan when I was there. October 1st, 2nd, this fall. Royal University Hospital there. So, and then to the Dubé Center. Dubé, D-U-B-E. Kirk was the retired teacher's name who all of a sudden needed electroconvulsive therapy on his head, 12 sessions of electrocution. And he'd never been in a mental ward before. I was like, Kirk, man, I know your kids love you because they're visiting you here and stuff, but this you don't need. You don't need the electroshock therapy on your head just because you're feeling depressed as a teacher now that you're retired. What the fuck? So then I had him hooked on all these tranquilizers and other things. And when he gets out of there, he's going to have to continue his prescriptions because he believes in them now. He's thinking that, he should have something because he's depressed. And that's what people are programming you to believe. So there's just, this would be ReneTV 5.